What's up, everybody? This is Raymond again, and I'm your billiardista wannabe. Tonight, I will be reviewing one of the key sticks that I have in my case. I'll do what's in my case video soon, but for now, I'll just take out one of the cue sticks, and it's made by a local cue manufacturer, cue maker, and the name is Mr. Rolando Mangolari, and I got this from him at a very reasonable price and a very good quality. So what is the Q stick? What does it look like? Let me show you guys what it looks like by putting it on show right now. There you go. So it is made out of kamagong. The butt is made out of kamagong. The grip is made out of leather. There you go. The grip's color, I don't know if you can make it out, guys, but the grip's color is not white. It's actually an old rose color. Alright, so it's a Sneaky Pete type. Originally, it didn't have a grip, a leather grip. It was just all black. But I had the grip installed when I asked him to make another shaft for me. Okay, so let me show you his signature. It says right there, the brand is Land's Q, but the name of the maker is Rolando Mangolari. It has 4 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these points are all made out of kamagong. For those of you who are wondering, kamagong is hardwood that's found, I think it's endemic here in the Philippines. The ringworks is also kamagong with, I don't know what the other wood he used are, but it's pretty cool ringwork. Let me just focus that a little bit for you guys. There you go. The spaces between the white, the semi-white ones, there's actually like kamagong in there. All right. So the butt cap, this is the butt cap. This is the butt sleeve. So the butt cap, the butt sleeve, they're all made out of kamagong. Forearm is made out of a combination of kamagong and Canadian hard rock maple. It's just your regular maple wood. It's not a curly maple. It's not bird's eye or whatever, whatever kind of maple it is. It's just your regular maple. And here is the collar. Now the joint collar here is also made out of kamagong. Oh, there you go. You can see the ring works a little bit better from this angle. So that is, there's like, you see that? There is a bit of brown in the middle of the white ones. That's the kamagong. All right. And then the joint protector is also made out of kamagong. Let's show you the pin. My pin, the pin that I'm using, and I really like it a lot. It's called a radial 3/8 by 10 pin. It's a fat pin. It's very sturdy. It grips very well, and I really like it. So again, that's a 3/8 by 10. Ooh, why isn't it? There you go. It's a 3/8 by 10 pin. All right. Okay, so in case you guys are wondering, this is not a spliced forearm. These points are actually inlays. So this is not spliced. These are actually inlays. Okay. See the pattern on the grip. It's a pretty cool grip. I am not really a grip guy, but when I got the grip, when I had it installed, it's pretty cool. It's solid feeling. You can grip it easily. It doesn't get wet like other synthetic leather grips. It's just a very cool grip. Okay, so now you're looking at this whole cue. Let me just point it outward. You're looking at this whole cue right here, and you might be wondering, how does it weigh? Actually, this cue, this whole butt section of the cue is cord. That means that this whole part is hollow and the inside going up. That is to compensate, because kamagong is a kind of hardwood. It is heavy. we had to core it in order for the weight, in order for the cue maker, Mr. Rolando Mangolari, in order for him to match or to capture the weight that I asked him. This cue is about 19 ounces, 18.5 to 19 ounce, I think. That's with a shaft, okay? So we're looking at about, just with just the butt is about, I think, right around 15 and 14 ounces, something like that, okay? It has, let me just put that there. Okay, there you go. It has a, what do you call that? A section for the extension. The extension is also made out of kamagong. But this section, the rubber butt, it's rubber. Yeah, it's soft. You can pinch it. You can see that. Let me see if I can show you the inside of that. Let me see that. Nah, it's kind of hard to show you that because of the angle of the camera. But let me see if I can bend the camera over down a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can do that. Okay, let's go back there real quick. And let me put in, okay, there you go. I hope you guys can see that. There's no weight bolt in there whatsoever. It's just a threaded part where where the extension goes in. This is fixed. The rubber bumper is fixed. It's not the type of rubber bumper that you get off, Lazada, Shopee, AliExpress. It's not that kind of rubber bumper where it's like factory made. About that, guys, we got cut off. Yeah, that's it. So, if you look at the butt, you would say, yeah, it's a black cue. It's just painted over. You got screwed, or you got played. You got played by the cue maker. It's just a black. It's just a maple wood, and the guy just painted it over. All right, I get a lot of questions about that. I get a lot of comments about that, if you believe it or not. But let me show you why I'm confident that this is not made out of just maple. Let me shine some light on that, and you will see the actual color of the wood. You'll see the grain, the patterns of the wood. I'm not sure if you can see, guys. See that? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but I hope you did see that. Let's focus on that real quick. Okay, there you go. It focused. See the color change from black to brown. You can actually see the wood graining, the wood pattern on that. Let's go to the points. The points, not so much, because he did paint that. But at the right angle, you'd see the grains of the points. It's challenging. I don't have a very good camera, but if we put the light somewhere over the rainbow, joke lang. Nah, you can't see it. There you go. There's a slight pattern underneath there, if you can see that, where the light is shown, is shining, shimmering, splendid. Just kidding, guys. Anyway, so that these points are also made out of kamagong. And the butt, let's do that. I'll shine that there. You see the butt cap? The butt cap there is also has patterns. The butt sleeve has patterns, but yeah, he did admit that he colored it black to keep the theme of the cue. So again, this is made out of kamagong. It's made out of kamagong. See the color change right there? It's made out of kamagong. And this is the cue that I asked from him, because I wanted to have a theme where it's an all wood cue. Okay, so that's the theme that I wanted to go for. So, and he delivered. I mean, this is the second cue steak that I had made by Mr. Rolando Mangolari Land's cue, and it's a pretty decent cue. It's a pretty good cue. It hits good. The balance is great, even with the extension. Oh, let me show you the extension. Give me real quick. Okay. All right, so here is the extension. There you go. It's a 6-inch extension, maybe a little bit more. I think it's a 6-inch extension. I didn't really measure it. So it still has the 3/8 by 10 pin. So how? It's just there. Plug it in. Pretty easy. Okay. So that's it. You have the extension. And then when you have the extension on, the balance point changes. Okay? So you gotta adjust a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. You don't put the extension and just use it while playing, right? Okay. Now, what is the downside that I have for the cue? The cue, again, the butt is great. It plays great. It plays really, really great. The downside is when this rubber bumper, kind of, I don't know how to say it. Pag napupudpud na, what the hell is that in English? I don't know. Pag napupudpud na, when it, I don't know, grinds. No, not grinds off, but it's just, I don't know, basta napudpud na, wag na kayong napas na lang, pass, okay? Pag napudpud na yan, then, since it's fixed, I don't know, does he, take off the whole butt cap and then put in a new one? Or what's going to happen? That's the only downside that I can think of. If you have any downsides for an all-wood cue, please let me know, so I can take that into consideration and maybe do something about it. Okay? Now, I've been showing you the butt end of the cue stick. I'll show you the shafts. I actually have 2 shafts from Mr. Rolando Mangolari. Oh, sorry. Ooh, damn. I hit them on the tripod. Okay, I have 2 shafts. Okay, both joint protectors are made out of Camagong. The collars are also made out of Camagong. The same theme. Here you go. Let me just take off here. It's a 3/8 by not 11, but something else. So okay, so let me just show you that. It doesn't have whatchamacallit. It doesn't have like an insert on the shaft where it's easier, it's more secure. I don't know what you call that. I think Mess also does this for their bigger pins. I'm not entirely sure. Please let me know in the comment section below if Mess does do this. But these guys doesn't have an insert, unlike brand name shafts, like the high-end shafts. Nonetheless, they have not loosened up in any way. They still have the same tight fit. I want to show that to you, but let's not do that. They say they still have the same tight fit, and it's still pretty good. No, I haven't had any troubles with that kind of joint or pin. Okay, so this is the shaft that he used. Hard maple, grade A maple, Canadian maple, I think that's what he used. And yeah, it's pretty, it's a solid maple shaft. It's a solid wood. It's very low deflection. There's no squirt that I can think of when I use this, that I have noticed. I'm sorry. So the whole shaft is just, you can tell by the spacing of the grains or the rings of the natural rings of the wood that it's old, because they are so closely spaced. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are so closely spaced together. And it's been sitting in my case for about a month now. And before that, I was hanging these guys to keep the straightness of the shafts. But other than that, I just didn't really have any problems. Okay, so I have, here we go. I think you can see that from this angle. You can see that the ferrules of these cue sticks or these shafts are also made out of Camagong. I really like that. For some reason, I really do like that, and it just performs so good. Now you're looking at the tips that I use are, these guys both have Elk Master installed on them. It's medium pressed Elk Master. Thank you very much. Shout out lang ako kay Dubani. sir. Thank you very much for giving me these tips. Well, not really giving. I got them from off you, but yeah, I still need to pay you back with this. Yeah, so I have Elk Master on one shaft, and I think Mr. Land's Q also put in an Elk Master here. So these are both medium pressed. Now I was using a layer. You might wonder, why aren't you using a layered tip? Because it's all the fat right now. I did use a thoroughbred medium tip on my original shaft. This one I did use it, but uh, I have used the thoroughbred um, medium tip before, and it was just so great. Thank you very much pala kay Sir Lindbergh Villamayor. He was the one who introduced me to the thoroughbred medium. It was just so good. It was really good. So, naturally, you know, I I I I immediately, when I got this, I immediately got a thoroughbred medium tip and I installed it on this. But since the ferrule is wood, it didn't perform as expected. It actually, it was just like a joke, to be really honest, because I think, because the wood is already soft, and the layered tip, if it doesn't mushroom, if you just installed it, it didn't perform as good as I was expecting it to perform. So that was a big letdown for me. So for a while, I had the thoroughbred medium installed there. I just wasn't feeling the cue or the hit or the power. It was just not there. So after a lot of thinking, I initially thought of getting a clear pad installed, right, that, or a pad, but I was like, I'm not really comfortable with that. So what I did was I played around and did some research, and in my mind I came up to a conclusion that if I use an Elkmaster or any single layer tip, maybe that would work okay, because the tip is a little bit hard, and then combine it with a soft wood, it might do good. And you know what? That was my theory. Lo and behold, my theory was right. I can do power shots on this baby, and it just performs really, really good. I mean, it feels like I'm using a Kamui or a Thoroughbred or a Predator Victory tip. It just is so good hitting, cue ball control, power is there, low deflection. It's just a great, great overall shaft. That's why I had two made by Mr. Lance Q. Okay, so that's about it, guys. Just in case you guys were wondering what I was talking about when I said an insert in the shaft, let me show you one other shaft that I have. It's my brake shaft. It's give me 1 second, guys. All right. Okay, you see my big pian there. Okay, this guy I got from Mr. June Cornista. It's an Eclat shaft. I'll do a review of this some other time. But this is what I'm talking about. You see that? There's an ABS material in the shaft itself to hold, so that, because from what I heard, I talked to the VP of Perry Q's. Eclat is under Perry Q's Waylu Billiard something. I forgot the full name. But according to him, and some other makers that I've talked to, this is to protect the wood from deteriorating, actually, so that your threading stays true as time goes by. As the more you use your cue, the wood apparently tend to the thread in the wood directly tend to expand. The wood expands over time. So that's the idea why they have an insert here. Unfortunately, our local cue makers, not a lot. Maybe there are some who does this by special request. Unfortunately, Mr. Mangolari was not able to give me that request, because I did request for like an ABS material insert, but He didn't have the materials for that, and he can't get it from anywhere here in the Philippines. So that's the end of my review on the Lance Q that I'm using. That's my main player. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them on the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook page. It's Billiarista Wannabe. Just look it up. You should be able to see me there. Yeah, oh, by the way, don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button. That way you get updated with the new videos that I have, upcoming videos that I have. Next video I'll do the Nolly Alejandro Q. I'll do a review of the Nolly Alejandro Q that I have, and also the Eclat jump break Q that I have. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Peace out.